Alrighty. Hi. Good to be with you. We will start tonight's yin class on our back. We'll take the feet together and I'll invite you to let your knees separate a little bit wide off towards the side. You can guide blocks under the legs here and take your time to adjust so you feel balanced and comfortable. And when you begin to settle into this shape, begin to observe how you are arriving. Take note of any emotion or tension or conversations from your day, and then allow them to gently pass through your experience until you create this new opportunity to relax. You might settle your eyes and notice how the back of the body is beginning to feel heavy and connected to the surface beneath it. Invite your awareness to move to the whole body, honoring all of the effort and work that our body does for us every day. Begin to acknowledge the places that might need a little more love or awareness tonight. See how you might soften the edges around any tension harbored in the face or the shoulders. And as you become more present with your body, I invite you to observe your breath. Begin to welcome the breath to move in a way that is natural. Notice all the places in your body that you feel the breath. Maybe it's throughout the chest or shoulders, perhaps the back of the body as it's pushing into the floor. Or maybe you notice more expansion over the abdomen or the sides of the body. There's no need to change or force what is real for you today. You're welcome to stay here, or if the arms are healthy and you'd like, you can bend the elbows behind you and take the hands to the back of the skull. Relax the outer arm bones down towards the floor. And for a few long moments here, we'll send energy and attention to the space behind the shoulders. imagining this space is feeling settled and relaxed. Continue to create a rhythm of breath that works for you. You're welcome to soften the arms back down by the waist. Take your time and guide the knees back towards the ceiling. Pause to take in any sensation or movement here. And we'll move into a bridge. Before we settle into supported shape, we'll find a few rounds of rolling bridge. Anchor the heels down as you inhale and begin to lift the torso, lift the pelvis. Exhale, lower the body down to the floor. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. And as you feel ready, begin to slide a block or pillow underneath your sacrum for supported bridge. Letting go of any effort in the muscles and settling the whole back body on the support. Evenly relaxing the shoulders into the ground and the hips into the block. You might notice any sounds in your space. Become aware of these sounds and begin to recognize whether the sounds are close to you or farther away from you. You might guide attention to the sounds that are in and around your body. Maybe drawing witness to the rhythm of the heartbeat. Maybe noticing any sound of the air moving through your nose and out your nose. Reach your legs out in front of you if you're looking for any more space. Continue to draw heaviness down into the body. Heavy body, soft muscles. Stay here for 3 more breaths. And when you feel complete on your last breath, begin to walk the feet back under your knees. Anchor into the floor as you lift the hips off of the block. Release the body down and begin to invite the knees into your torso. Gently rock side to side. Maybe letting out any sound or a long exhale through the mouth. Release your legs back long on the floor, and we'll stretch throughout the top of the shoulder. So bend the right elbow and take the hand somewhere behind the back. The farther up the back you place your hand, the more intense this will feel. So I encourage you to start somewhere down by the lower back. You might fold a blanket and support behind the right shoulder if that feels good. From here, can you visualize all the muscles in your right arm? Sensing all these muscles to release, surrendering just a little bit of control. And as we surrender control, we might become present with sensation or thoughts or distractions. Maybe we come across things in our mind or our body that aren't comfortable. By surrendering and bearing witness to the uncomfortable, we can naturally invite the body to heal. And as the body finds healing, the mind can rest. Sense where in your mind or perhaps your body you notice any discomfort or unpleasure, if that's even a word. For 3 more breaths, take your left hand somewhere over the abdomen. Draw awareness to this space as you breathe in and out. And when you feel ready, begin to bend your knees and shift your weight over to the left side so the right arm can release. And when the right arm extends off to the side, just turn the palm up towards the ceiling and down to the floor. And just play with a little bit of rotation throughout the arm bone and muscle. Draw the fingers back and up. On your next inhale, circle this right arm forward and up over the head, reaching behind you. And then bend the elbow about 90 degrees and nestle the shoulder blade down. Keep the shoulder blade there and reach the arm a little bit longer. Spend 2 breaths here. Keeping the shoulder blade in place, can you bend the elbow and return the arm all the way back, down by the waist? Extend your legs and switch to the left arm. Left elbow bends and the hand comes somewhere along the spine. Settling in here. Perhaps you draw in cushion under the shoulder or head. And continue to imagine the muscles releasing outward and down, almost as if they're spiraling any tension down into the nourishment from the earth. Continue to breathe. Three more normal breaths. Take your time to bend into the knees and shift the weight over to the right. Unwind the left arm and play with rotating the shoulder, flipping the palm up and drawing the thumb down to the floor, and then spiraling the palm back down. On your next inhale, reach this arm forward and up over the head. As you exhale, bend your elbow and guide the shoulder blade back into place. From there, start to just slowly extend the arm. It doesn't have to come all the way straight. 3 deep breaths. And when you're ready, go ahead and release. And take your time to spin over to one side and up to a seat. You might keep your eyes gently shut or maybe focus down to the floor. From here, we'll move into a hip opening shape. So guide your right heel back towards the left hip, inching that heel as far back as feels comfortable. And you can even bend this left leg here and pause, folding over the left leg. That can be plenty. If you're looking for more, then begin to take the left leg, cross it over top, and anchor the heel somewhere back towards the outer hip. I like to cushion the gaps with blocks or blanket. You're welcome to do that. Maintain this idea of heaviness through the base of the body. Surrendering any need to control. And over time, if you're looking for more, you're welcome to fold gently forward. We're not looking for anything too intense. Sometimes it feels nice to move through a cat cow shape or movement through the spine. You're welcome to do that for a few rounds and then settle back into stillness. If you have folded your body forward, I'll invite you to lift back up, aligning the head over the shoulders, over the hips. And take your right hand down to the floor. Reach the left arm up over your ear. You might notice the legs beginning to engage or to clench. That's okay. Honor what is real. And then see how you might settle back into a heavy shape. You're welcome to release the top hand to the head if that is better, or maybe even look down. Gently part your lips and let out a sigh. Extend the left arm back up towards the ceiling and rotate the body back to center. Go ahead and release the top leg, the top left leg, and send it back behind you, keeping the knee bent. So we arrive with the front foot somewhere back on the left thigh. Directions. And you might stay lifted a little bit. That feels good for me today. Or if you like, you can fold forward. And you're welcome to explore folding more over the knee or out towards the center of your mat. Maybe you cushion the front of your torso with a block or bolster. You're welcome to get creative with your props so that you feel safe. For me, this is quite intense along the left side body and up towards the left shoulder. See how you might settle into stillness. Bring awareness to your ribs. And see how you might settle the space in between every rib. Three more breaths. Take your time to gently lift the torso. And take your time again. Spin the legs out in front of you. Maybe tap them out or shake them on the floor. And pause for a forward bend in between. Lengthen your legs out in front of you. Point the toes up. And then hinging your hips forward, begin to reach somewhere toward your feet. They don't have to all the way arrive. We'll stay active here. So this time, your toes are spreading wide up towards the ceiling. Find a gentle push down behind the back of the legs. And draw your core inward and up, feeling a sense of stability in the spine. Three more rounds of breath. Slightly tuck your chin, lift the whole torso. And take your time, maybe lean your hands back and set up for the next side. So the left heel tucks back towards the right hip. And you're welcome to stay here with that right leg bent and the body folding forward if that feels good. Or cross the leg over top. And I invite you to stay in a lifted shape for a few breaths. Maybe taking the fingertips down to the heels and the feet, finding a little massage. Notice if you tend to lean forward or backward. See how you might bring your body back to a centered shape. And if you like, you can fold forward. Just moving to the edge of sensation and riding the wave of sensation. Maybe noticing any discomfort arising. By safely moving into these shapes and not going to our most intense fold, we are stressing the deeper tissues of the body in a healthy way. Two more breaths here. And if you're folding forward, lift back up And plant the left hand off to the side, reach the right arm up over the ear. Welcome to bend the elbow, keeping the top arm soft. Maybe even look down towards the floor. Recognize that you are safe and that you are here breathing. Reach the right arm back up and release down. Unwind the top right leg, send it behind you, keeping the knee bent. And you're welcome to fold somewhere over the knee, off to the side, or maybe straight forward. You can decide what feels beneficial. Settling into this side, you might draw attention to any temperatures, noticing the air on your body, maybe sensing the texture of the yoga mat or the ground. Reorient your brain to the present moment. Three more breaths. Begin to release your body very slow, nice and easy. Take your legs back out in front and find a seated position. When you arrive here, just start to find a cat-cow, drawing the navel in, lowering the chin, rounding the spine, and then broadening the collarbones, lifting the eyes. Move maybe 4 or 5 times here. Continue to watch your breath. And bring the body back to stillness. Go ahead and reach for a block. We'll just strengthen throughout the shoulders a little bit before we relax. So take the block out in front of you and squeeze the hands into the block. You might begin to slide the shoulders back in place and then reach the block over your head. Doesn't have to come all the way over the head. See how any extra places are holding on to tension or control. Three breaths. Slowly lower the block and release the squeeze in your hands. Go ahead and roll it out. Just rotating the shoulders up to the ears, back behind you. Move in the opposite direction. And from here, we'll fold over our shins. Take blocks or a bolster out in front of you if you'd like to fold over support. And just settle in here to a passive shape. Allow the props to hold you up. And come back to the sensation of breath, the breath expanding and pressing into the support and settling and simmering back to the core. If you have one cheek placed on the pillow or block or whatever's in front of you, then stretch the other side of the neck and turn the other cheek down. Picture your spine completely together, the head over the shoulders and the shoulders over the hips. When you feel ready, begin to lift the whole spine together. Move in any way you like, and I'll meet you in table. Coming onto hands and knees. And from here, spiral the right shin off to the side. Extend the left leg behind you and circle the left hand up. Just move through some arm circles here, really reaching through the side body. Pivot the body back to center and over to the left. Finding length through the side of the body, finding any movement you like. And when you release, we'll move into a heart opening shape. Extend your arms forward, keep your hips as high as you can, and then lower the torso down to the floor. I'm going to support the sternum and the ribs with a block. You're welcome to fold up a blanket or bend one elbow at a time. Notice if the body's leaning too far forward and see how you might inch the hips back over the knees. Keep breathing. Settle the shoulders. Relax the eyes. And if you find that you'd like to take the support out from your ribs, you're welcome to do that. Tuck your toes if your knees ever begin to feel painful. Knowing there's no rush, take as much time as you like and move onto your belly, coming all the way down. And when you arrive, rock your feet, bend the knees, and sway side to side. Release the legs and reach the left arm forward. Slide the right arm across your mat over to the left. And as it arrives, spin the palm up towards the ceiling. From there, you might settle the head down on the floor or a block or blanket. And do your best to evenly place the front of the ribs on the floor. Here we're looking for sensation in some area around the shoulder. Maybe the neck and the throat are feeling this as well. Some folks like to incorporate more by bending the left knee to the side and taking the inner thigh down towards the floor. That is always an option, but not required. Bring yourself back to the quality of your breath, sensing whether you've let go of the breath and how you might invite it back into the current practice of mindfulness. Begin to draw the left leg back behind and unwind the arms. Let the arms reach back by your side and turn one cheek down. Setting up now for the left arm. Left arm will cross over the mat and the palm will face up towards the ceiling. Lower the head down and do your best to evenly place your ribs. If it feels useful to you, then open the inner thigh of the right leg and let the knee come out wide. Stay here for 3 more breaths, acting as the witness, allowing any thoughts to surface and then to pass. Release the right leg and unwind your body, taking a moment of pause And from here, we'll make our way onto our back. So you might just turn over, or you might push up through table. And on our back, we'll use 2 blocks. One will come underneath of our head, and the other will support the ribs. And you're welcome to rest a bolster over top or any blanket for more cushion. Here we're looking for a gentle opening shape across the chest and collarbones. Keep the left foot flat and tuck the right heel back towards the left hip. Take your time and plant the right foot and spend 5 more breaths here. And when you decide, begin to tuck the the left heel down to the right hip. Continuing to find a heavy body. The left foot can unwind, and you might even extend the legs long, opening the whole front of the body. Your next inhale, I'll invite you to reach the arms over the head. And exhale, float the palms back down by the hips. 2 more together. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Start to shift the body over, coming off of the blocks, moving onto your side. Finding some rest here. And then begin to return flat on your back. Draw the knees in towards the chest, rock back and forth. Keep the left knee in and extend the right leg on the floor. Begin now to twist over to the right. You might bring the knee down to pillows or to blocks. Here it feels good for me to support the shin and the knee with blocks. From here, open the arms wide. Continue to breathe. Over time, you might decide to bend the bottom heel and reach the left hand down, maybe finding a hold of that foot, maybe not, but do your best to keep breathing. Let's take a breath in and a heavy breath out. Release the bind with the bottom foot. Engage your core, squeeze the core, and draw the left knee back to center and into the chest. Reach the left leg up towards the ceiling and off to the left side. Engage the core and draw the right knee into the chest. Maybe find a happy baby or gently rock on your back before switching sides. Left leg lengthens and the right knee will twist across the body over to the left, choosing to come down to support or the floor. And as you're in this twist, you might notice this side a little different than the other, and that's okay. Just bring your mind to what is true and real for you. After a few breaths, you're welcome to reach for the bottom heel, bending the back knee and drawing the heel closer towards your glute. Release the bind. Draw awareness to your core and return the right knee back through center. Reach the leg up towards the ceiling and off to the right. And then release. Go ahead and move through any final shapes or adjustments before our Shavasana. You might decide to massage the skull with a block, taking the edge of the block behind the head. That always is a nice way to unwind. Decide what will feel the most nourishing and relaxing for you. And when you arrive, begin to scan the body, beginning with the crown of the head and scanning down to the forehead, the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, the right eye, left eye, right cheek, left cheek, the nose, the tip of the nose, the upper lip, the bottom lip, the whole mouth, chin, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right shoulder, left shoulder, right arm, left arm, the right hand, left hand. Become aware of all 10 fingers and send awareness down the chest, the right ribs, the left ribs, the abdomen, the right hip, left hip, the whole pelvis. Become aware of the right thigh, left thigh, the right knee, left knee, right shin, left shin, right foot, left foot. Notice all of the toes together. Move awareness to the soles of the feet, the right heel, left heel, right calf, left calf, the back of the right knee, the back of the left knee, right hamstring, left hamstring, right glute, left glute, the sacrum. Notice the whole spine, the right shoulder, the left shoulder, the back of the neck, and the back of the skull. Invite your body to rest, knowing there's nowhere you need to go, nothing you have to do. Begin to guide attention back to your breath. Invite attention back to the sense of sound, smell, taste, touch, sight. Bring awareness back to the whole body. Taking as much time as you'd like, start to reawaken the body. Maybe fluttering the fingers and toes or opening and closing the hands. Take your time and begin to shift over to one side. And from your side, letting the strength of the hands push you up. Keep your head heavy and lift the torso back to a seat. We'll hold stillness and silence for a few rounds of breath, perhaps witnessing any changes in your body or mind. And we'll end by gently releasing our neck. Reach your fingertips behind the left ear and then tilt your head over to the right. Find a little self massage. Maybe roll your chin down towards the center of your chest and then over to the left, reaching behind the right ear and finding massage there. And then begin to take the head back along the shoulders. And reach your hands to either shoulder. Give yourself a hug. Notice what it feels like to send a long breath here in and out. Guide your hands somewhere in over the heart and find one token of gratitude for your day or your practice. And I thank you for sharing your time with me. May you be joyful, may you be at peace, and may you be free. Namaste. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.